It's the time now to meet my next guest, and he is the only Irish recording artist to have #1 albums every decade for the last 40 years. Here's what happens when I caught up with the legendary Joe Dolan. Okay, so Joe, you're back in Belfast tonight. You're playing the Grand Opera House. For most artists who come here, they always say this is one of their favourite venues. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, very much so. It's an absolute fabulous venue. Now we've done the waterfront as well and all that sort of stuff. But here, you're with the people.
Yes.
Like you're surrounded by them. You're actually, well, you're practically in the audience. You feel like you're a member of the audience, and you can get contact.
Yes, yeah.
Like straight away with the people. It's marvellous. I love this place. Yeah, I love the Opera House.
You're still touring like crazy. Are you not fed up touring yet?
No, I'm not touring like crazy. I'm doing a certain amount of touring. I started doing a tour last February, the 9th of February, and it's been on and off. Like, I've taken some time off and do the gigs and all the rest. But now we're finished off tonight.
Right.
For the rest of the summer until mid-August. I don't go back touring until mid-August. So right. That's a nice little break for the summer. Looking forward to it.
What about new material as well? Last time we spoke, we talked about the 00 Joe album.
Yeah, we did that, and we're working on a new one now at the moment. My nephew and myself, Adrian, who is my bass player.
Right.
And we have a recording studio, you see, in Mullingar. We have our own place down there.
Okay.
And we're starting to work on some new stuff now. He has some nice stuff written, and we have a few songs in from different people. And one or two other things. We might do a little bit of a rehash of some old stuff and bring them up to sort of 006 or whatever we're in.
Yeah.
And, you know, just doctor up things and get it going that way. But we're starting doing that now. We're just going to take a break altogether now, and then we're starting doing that in June.
Okay.
Sometime in June.
All right, now the cover stuff was such a big success. When you were recording like the Pope song, did you ever think this was going to be so popular for you?
I didn't know what it was going to do, you see. It was a total different situation, and it was a challenge. So I thought, well, it's there, so why not do it?
Yes.
You know, let's be the first to do it. So I did it, and I rather enjoyed doing it. And then the success that came out of it was just astronomical. You know, it was fabulous.
And before you did the Joe's 90s album, did you actually know about singers like Blur and groups and stuff like that? Were you listening to that type of music as well?
I'm alive, man. Yeah, of course I was. Of course I was. I was always that sort of a fan, a rock fan, and the Rolling Stones were always my favourite group. Now, they're all older than myself, but that's not the point. They were always my favourite sort of rock band. And I was very much into all the modern stuff, even today. Now, mind you, there are not that many sort of hot new songwriting people coming out these days that are doing sort of, you know, exclusive music, their own stuff and that sort of stuff. Okay, you find one or two of them, but I mean mainly you have the sort of Westlife and this sort of stuff, which basically is all rehash of everything that has been done before, you know.
What about you back in the beginning? Was it a long, hard struggle for you to get the big break, or were you lucky just to be in the right place at the right time?
No, you're never in the right place at the right time. You have to make sure you're in the right place at the right time. You know, it was a long, hard struggle. Yeah. It seriously was. Yeah, we had our very downs, and then we had a few little ups, and then very downs, and then suddenly, bang! After, well, goodness knows how many years, it sort of started to take off for me, and then it never looked back after that. It just got better and better.
Do you remember the first time you did Top of the Pops?
Well, yeah, it was about 68, I think. When in 68, I did it with Make Me an Island.
Yes, yeah. When you recorded Make Me an Island, did you ever think how big that song was ever going to be?
Not a clue. Not a clue, I swear it. I was friendly with this girl in London called Joy Nichols.
Right.
And she was part of Shaftesbury Music. She was also secretary to Jeffrey Everett, who was the boss of Radio Luxembourg.
Right.
And he owned Shaftesbury Music. It's a long, twisted story. And they gave me the song Make Me an Island. So I didn't know how powerful these people were. And I think the first week it was released, we got power play, which was unheard of. So we got power play, which meant we were played every hour on the hour. And also we were played every half hour on the half hour.
Right.
So we were constantly on Radio Luxembourg. So the record had to be a hit.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, just people were brainwashed. They were really saying, let's buy it and get it off the bloody air. But it was a huge hit. But I had no idea that was going to happen, not at all.
Now, you've been singing the songs like Make Me an Island and all the other big hits for years now. Do you ever get fed up singing them?
No, because funnily enough, they're great songs. And they have stood the test of time. And even like Good Looking Woman, it's a song that, geez, everybody sings it on the streets. And, I mean, if you go to any wedding, you're going to hear Good Looking Woman.
Yes, yeah.
Or any doesn't matter where you're. Well, I was going to say the church, but you're not in the church so much. Don't do it so much in the church anymore. It says Mother Teresa.
Yes.
She was a good looking woman.
Because you were also massive in Russia, weren't you? I read somewhere where they were bootlegging your tapes and things and selling them on the streets.
Yeah, I know, that was marvellous. We did a tour there in, I think it was 1980. It was a little after we were sort of booted out of South Africa.
Why?
Why? Because of apartheid.
Right.
And, well, I didn't see that I could change the world overnight, and they thought it was a bad idea for me playing to white people. We weren't playing to white people. We were playing to anyone who came to the show. And in fact, we played, all right, let's be apartheid if you wish. We played in let's say, a theatre here, let's say the Grand Opera House. And down the road there was a place called the Luxorama, which was a recognised black theatre, and all the black people went there, and all the white people went to the other place, and never the twain should meet, because the blacks won't go to here, and vice versa. So we did a concert here and one there. So what was the problem with that? And then we got several snotty letters from the anti-apartheid movement to get out, shut up, or they would block us everywhere. And then in the end, it got a little bit heavy because they were going to block us all over, and they had the power to do so. So we said, right, we'll have to pull out. So we pulled out of South Africa around that time, and then we went to Russia. And we had a wonderful time in Russia. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it was brilliant. Very Irish, the Russians, like. Same temperament, love their few drinks, and unbelievable. Like,
did you ever have to translate any of your songs into Russian, no?
No. No, I didn't. We used to speak a bit of Russian, all right. I could tell them that you love them, and it's nice to be in Moscow or nice to be in Leningrad or whatever, in a little bit of Russian, and they'd go ape when you speak the language. Well, I suppose we're the same here. Like if somebody comes over to Ireland and gives out a little speed of a little Gaelic sentence, like all those panties just fall. That's the life I have seen, but I'm tired, I'm inspired, and I'd like my stay clean. You are mine, I'm yours. You can love, you have told me, you have called me, and I'm just waiting now. Take me and break me, close all your windows, no.
Thank you so much.
Mary's
Joe, the ladies still love you. You're still seen as a bit of a sex symbol. Do you ever get any strange kind of gifts and things sent?
Yeah, lots
from the
of
ladies?
Yeah. We get all sorts of knickers and different little bits of apparel and
I finally, as well, I was reading somewhere that you're selling bits of your body on the internet, on eBay.
Well, actually, that was a bit of slag. See, I had an operation on my hip, and I did this program, Podge and Rodge. And wild, they are wild. The things they come out with, I get away with it's just incredible. But they actually had a demonstration hip, right? And they presented it to me on the night of the show. And they made a bit of a bloomer themselves because they said they were putting it on eBay for sale, like for charity. And I got a phone call a couple of weeks later to say that the response they had got was phenomenal. Like they had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails in about this hip thing, you know. But they couldn't sell it because, I had signed it and all. But they borrowed it from a hospital. And it wasn't the real thing, but it was the real thing for demonstrating to students, you know. I'm going on to be a doctor kind of thing. And this is what they learned all their trade from and all the rest of it. So they had to give that back. But they got another one made up anyhow. So I went back and I signed that one. And then they sold that on the eBay. They got, I don't know what, hey, what did they get for me hip? 680 euro,
oh
yeah.
My God.
It wasn't even mine.